Good morning, everyone. It is Brian McNichols from Touring Plans, and today I am doing a video that is something we get a lot of requests for, more rope drop videos where we get to the parks early, see what we can do. Well, they work best with multiple people. I don't always have multiple people with me, and I don't today either, sorry. So what I am going to do, since it is just me, is I'm going to go to Epcot and I am going to ride the three big rides: Test Track, Frozen, Soarin, in that order, and just see how long it takes. See if you couldn't get fast passes, or more specifically, if you were park hopping and you wanted to get your fast passes at a different park, if you could do these three rides and how long it would take getting that rope drop. It is Friday, October 4th. It is not the busiest of days. I believe our Touring Plans crowd calendar is predicting this at a 3 or a 4. I will post it down here what it was predicted at and what it ended up being after the fact. But now you might be wondering why I am at Pop Century instead of Epcot. Well, I'm not even staying here, is the funny part. But I decided to tie in the Skyliner with this one. I am going to rope drop Epcot from Pop Century using the Skyliner. It is 7:44 a.m. and Epcot opens at a standard 9 a.m. This is not an extra magic hour. This is a standard 9 a.m. opening to everyone. So let's get on the Skyliner and see where this goes. Well, I know where it goes. It goes to Caribbean Beach and then Epcot, but you know what I mean. 7:45, getting on the Skyliner. Yeah, it's fine. I'm on the Skyliner. I basically walked right on at 7:47. We just went over Hourglass Lake there. Sun is coming up. It is beautiful. Only bad thing is the ones with the screens, it's very hard to see through. Can you see, like, everything looks a little fuzzy, even to my eyes. It almost gives me motion sickness to try to look through it. The people right in front of me actually waited and requested a clear one. And the guy did offer me a clear one if I was going to be filming, and I purposely didn't take it so I could show you what it looked like. I wonder if these wraps, I'm in a stitch one, which you can't see from the inside, only the outside. I wonder how long that's actually going to last.
In just a few moments, we will be arriving at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort.
So I've been on here about 2 minutes. I believe it was 7:46 when I walked in. It looks like we're coming in, so it looks like from Pop Century to Caribbean Beach, once you get on, it's only like a 3 or 4 minute ride, which is pretty good. Now we have to get off, transfer to the line that goes towards Epcot. That one takes a little longer because you have to go through the Riviera station, and there's a turn station that slows you down. So we'll pick it up on the ground. All right, it is 7:50. Just got out of the Skyliner, so it took about 4 minutes. Now we have to go to this one over here, is the Epcot one. One is the one to Hollywood Studios. This one over here is the one that goes towards Epcot. They do have lots of signs and stuff. You gotta pay attention. You don't want to get on the wrong one. That could be a huge pain. There is no line here for this one, so this looks like I'm walking straight on again. Let's go. Thank you. All right, now this one, I got another one by myself. This morning is the first time I've actually been in a Skyliner by myself, because I've been going during the middle of the day when there's actually lines. 7:51, on my way to Epcot. I'll probably be there by like 8, which honestly is way earlier than I wanted to be there, but I guess early is better than late. So here I will show you some of the view going over.
In just a minute, we will be arriving at Disney's Riviera Resort. Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Riviera Resort. If you're just joining us, we are on our way to Epcot. Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the most magical flight on Earth.
All right, so that was much more efficient than I actually expected it to be. It is 8:02 a.m. So I made it total from Pop Century to here in what, 17 minutes? which is crazy fast. I have about an hour to just kind of hang out here. I might actually walk down to Beach Club and grab a coffee or something and then come back because it's 8 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, I would give yourself at least 45 minutes with any transportation, but even with the Skyliner. But when everything goes well, like it did today, that's a 17-minute trip. Crazy. All right, so I'm gonna go grab some coffee. I'll meet you back at the gates in about 45 minutes. So it is 8:26. I am back up here. I've gone through security. I am waiting at the International Gateway now. You know, about a half hour, 45 minutes is generally what we tell people to get there early. So that's what I aimed for. And I am here. There are already lines at the touch styles over there. Here's the plan. I used our touring plan software, of course, to figure this out. What it said to do was do Test Track, then Frozen, then Soarin. No matter which way you do that, through that trio, you're going to be walking a fair amount. So that didn't really change depending on which ones I did. The wait times didn't change a ton. It kept recommending a Test Track first. Now I am a single rider, so if I was solo, I could always do the single rider there later, but I'm not going to do that because that's not really what the test is for. I'm going to go through the regular lines in all cases. Test Track also is a good one to do first because it's the one most likely to be broken. So if it's running at 9, it's good to go there pretty early in the morning. We'll see. Hopefully it's running. Last time we did this test with Len and Fred and David and Steve, Test Track was down the whole time we were doing the test, so hopefully that doesn't happen today. All right, 8:34, and they are starting to let people through the touch style. So 8:38 a.m. We are just hanging out right below the bridge. There's, I don't know, maybe 100 people in front of me, not many, and this is going to split between basically 3 attractions. So should be, I'll be racing the people from the front of the park, but still should be one of the first few hundred on Test Track once I get there. So you got 20 minutes yet. Here we go. Hi. It's this way, yeah. Let's see. There you are. And we are moving. It is 8:53, and we are moving down. This is why it's not a huge advantage coming through International Gateway if you're going to Frozen first, because you still have to walk down through the UK, around past the front of the lagoon and around that way. You can't cut back through past France and Morocco and that. So last time we did this, David was back here going to Frozen. I was up front going to Frozen, and he got there maybe a minute before me was home. So you know, that's why it's not a huge disadvantage from there to go to Test Track or Soarin. One minor problem that has developed on a more personal level, when I stop to get that extra coffee, I now kind of have to use the bathroom. And stopping for the bathroom on a rope drop, it's a rope drop run because it's alliterative, but it's more of a rope drop brisk walk. There is the new building they're building there. That is the way you would want to go if you were going to Soarin. That is the quicker path. I'm going to Test Track, so I'm still continuing this way. And of course, Frozen would be straight ahead. Still no sign of the people from the front. I can now see the main path that people from the front gate would be coming to get to Frozen. And oh, here they come now. They are just by where the Fountain of Nations, I guess, used to be. So it was pretty close on when they let us both in. I think we probably did get the jump on them by just a hair, though. Well, good news, Test Track is at least cycling because I just heard a car go by. So, you know, hopefully it won't be broken this time. Yeah, there goes another one. So they're at least cycling cars. I doubt anyone would be on it yet. I don't think anyone would have made it there, especially with having to make the car and stuff. Definitely very few people from International Gateway coming this way. We're walking around by the Odyssey here, and this is basically all the people in front of me. There's maybe a couple more up there. Now, like I said, I think people from the front would probably beat us there. So it's not like I'm gonna be like the first one on the ride or anything, but close enough. It is still only 8:58. Park isn't technically even open yet. This is, again, why it's important to get to the gates before they open. Because when the park does officially open at 9, I'm gonna be basically walking under the Test Track marquee. All right, it is 9 o'clock on the dot as I said that. And we are just about at Test Track, as you can see. definitely got beat by people from the front. They literally just started letting them walk in as I was walking up. So we just got to find the back of this line that's walking in and head in there. I would guess 200 maybe in front of me, 150. I'm definitely close enough to the front to consider this very successful. It's 9:19. Just about to get on the ride. Here's the load station, so 19-minute wait roughly. That's including making the car for a couple minutes and all that stuff, so pretty good.
Monitoring road surface.
Okay, so got to ride test track. First time I've actually ridden it in a while. And made a stop by the bathrooms that are right here in the old Odyssey building. And it is still only 9:33 a.m. I am now heading into World Showcase to check out Frozen. Obviously, after the first ride, the lines are going to start getting longer. I'm expecting to wait half hour, 45 minutes for Frozen, but I guess we'll see. All right, made it to Norway, 9:35. Not a long walk from the Odyssey. And it looks like the wait is posted at 20 minutes, so that's pretty good. Turns out the touring plan is useful. Who knew? Well, I knew. If you don't subscribe to touring plans to get our personalized touring plans, do that, because this is working out great. They are barely using the queue here. Kind of winds straight into Oakens over there and then straight back out, and that's it. This is a short line.
Hello! I like warm hugs too, yeah.
9:45 and I am getting ready to load here, so that was a 10-minute wait. Might not be a very busy morning. So it is 9:53. 9:53 now, just got off. Still only posted at 25 minutes at almost 10 o'clock. So it could just be that this is not a very busy day. Now let's head on over to Soarin and see. Soarin traditionally has lower lines than the other two ever since they added the third theater that handles all the fast passes. So there are two just for standby and then the one for the fast pass. So that has helped a lot. Move the crowds through there. So I don't expect that to be more than that. I'm gonna guess a 20-25 minute standby time for that one. As an aside, as I head over to Soarin, still not many people around walking on the paths, but seeing those colors on the Imagination building in Epcot again makes me very happy. You can hear the background music here, but it's fantastic. It's that classic 80s Epcot score.
These mosaics were actually created by
One thing I always underestimate about walking to Soarin is you gotta go up that ramp into the land pavilion, then you gotta walk all the way around, go down either the steps or the escalator. It always takes like 5 minutes longer than I remember. It is 10:03 a.m. I was a little off on the Soarin wait time. It is posted at 15 minutes. Right, so 10:04, I walked into the line. Just so you know, I looked again at the touring plan I had created to figure out what order to do these in, and it estimated that I would be finishing these 3 rides up at 10:40-ish. It's 10:04. If I actually only have to wait about 10 minutes, then the ride, it's going to be a little bit earlier than that, but close enough. Again, touring plans work. This is, oddly enough, the first time I've ever been through the standby queue of this line because it's boring, and I always end up seeming to fast pass this ride, but it's a boring queue. I don't like it. 10:14, just waiting on David Putty to tell us about Soarin, so
Nice work, pal. Have a nice flight.
Okay, travelers, we're gonna
I ended up waiting there just about 15 minutes, a minute or two less, I think. But it is now 10:32. I already stopped by Sunshine Seasons to grab myself a water and sat down to relax for a minute. So almost exactly an hour and a half after the park opened, I had done all 3 of its major rides. So let's say you get a fast pass for Flight of Passage in Animal Kingdom in the afternoon, like 4 or 5 p.m. You could easily come do a rope drop at Epcot, do the 3 big rides, do a couple more, do things like Seas with Nemo and Friends and Imagination, even Spaceship Earth, and still get time to go back to a resort, rest, swim, whatever, before going out using those fast passes later in the day. But any questions you have, make sure you leave them below, and make sure you subscribe to Touring Plans, because man, that touring plan was pretty much right on the money. It was about 10 minutes. I was about 10 minutes early, which is the side you want to be on if you have to pick one, I guess. But thank you very much for watching, and be excellent to each other.